Welcome to Building Exclusively with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Glad to have everyone on. Always a pleasure. Today is Wednesday, June 7th, 2023, as of this recording. But we're moving along, moving and shaking. I'm about to hand it over to the one who is always got the Care Bears and the rainbows, the smiles. Only when she's focused, you don't see that. But she has been doing a tremendous job. I say pinch hitting for Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr. while he is working diligently on Rhino Leg. But here we are, and I'm about to hand it over so she can do it again. Miss Deanna Marie.
Buenos morning, beautiful people. All right, so we're going to be closing out the we are struggling with who we are and how that affects our work. The title of today is I
Thought you wrote it down.
had it in my head, Grace, but every time I go to say it, it's
She's
like,
struggling with it.
Yeah, I am. I'm struggling with it because the first title I wanted to say was I'm my own salvation. I'm like, nope. Then the second was going to be I'm my own savior. I'm like, nope. I am my guiding light with artificial intelligence.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Oh, no, you good. You good. I am my guiding light with artificial intelligence. Because what we're about to do today, we are about to create our own personal, personal development guide out of our crap. We're going to combine everything that we've talked about on top of unfavorable environmental influences during childhood, on top of procrastination, lack of persistence, and negative personalities. Now, we have actually touched on those last ones within the other ones. When we talked about lack of a well-defined purpose, that was in there. When we talked about working through lack of ambition, that was in there. Insufficient education, lack of self-discipline. When we talked about, hold on, y'all. I don't need this going off 2,500 times. Okay. We've talked about ill health. We've done all of that. We definitely, wait, before I start, how many of you who was on the call yesterday went through and did your own personal nutrition and workout plan?
I wasn't on yesterday, but I did one the other day.
Sweet. Catch the playback, Miss Adrian, so you can see what, no, that's not the name of that person. So you can see how we did it and the notes and everything.
Yeah,
I
got the notes in the fan club page, so you can get the prompts.
And the video is actually uploaded to now. For some reason, Facebook decided that it did not like me and did not want to upload any of the videos starting May 17th. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know I uploaded them. They're on YouTube, they're on Red Circle. Why didn't I hear? I even reached out to Grace and I was like, Grace, do you see them? So the videos are up, but they're linked to YouTube because I wanted to make sure you still had access to them. I'm still going to be working through this process, but every video is up. Every class is up. So y'all go have fun. So I am my guiding light with artificial intelligence. We're going to combine everything we talked about. So let's, Grace, if you can, those different lists that we did for each one, if you can remember, and I know, like when we did lack of a well-defined purpose and we listed what, like those different lists, because what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to start from the beginning and we're going to create our own personalized personal development roadmap. We're going to start off with artificial intelligence and we're going to work our way from there. Hey, Miss Brenda, we missed you too. Oh, goodness. We hope you feel better. For those of you who don't know what I'm responding to, Miss Brenda put in the chat that she misses us and she just had knee replacement surgery Friday, so she's not feeling well, but she will try to listen. We just happy to have you on, Miss Brenda. We see your name, so we see you. Okay. So what causes lack of ambition? Get my paper, my pencil out here so I can make my notes. Okay. And y'all walk with me, please. I want y'all to walk with me on this. So if you have a pen and pad handy dandy, go grab that. If you use the note app on your phones, go grab that. Whatever you have to take notes, go grab them, because we're going to walk through this together. Now the prompts, we're going to do it to where it's personalized to you, but like as we always do, we're going to walk you through those prompts. All right, let's get started. So when it comes to doing your own personalized personal development walk, we first need to know, okay, where do I start? That's always the question. Where do I start? So the first thing you have to do is not lie to yourself. Okay. Be truthful to yourself, which is so hard for us to do because of our avatars. We tell ourselves what we tell ourselves so that avatar can be on point when we walk out the door. So we are not going to lie to ourselves. So if you have health problems, let's write that down. If you have low self-esteem, write that down. Low self-image. If you have a lack of vision, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, write it down. Now, this is going to be a conversation. We're going to work through this together. Grace, please, let's remind everybody what our rules were when we started leadership class so many years ago.
Oh, okay, yes.
Because we're gonna abide by those rules for this class today, for this morning.
First rule, no one suffers alone. No one suffers alone. Second one is stay in the plane.
So the first thing I need y'all to know is you are not suffering alone. Be it health issues, be it anger issues, be it I'm too damn stressed to even think about this, be it whatever it is, you are not suffering alone. I'm telling you, you're not suffering alone so you can understand, okay, I'm not by myself in this. I'm going to be the first to raise my hand and say, me too. Me too, Miss Adrian. Me too, Miss Janice. Me too, Uncle Roman Grown. Me too, Miss Brenda. Not the knee surgery, but me too. And stay in the plane. So y'all don't get distracted. Stay with us. Because when you jump out of a plane, 70,000 feet in the air, I know my numbers may be off, but just work with me on this example. You jump out of a plane, 70,000 feet in the air, you don't know what you're going to hit. It's going to be some turbulence. You don't know how to jump out the plane, right? So you may end up hitting the engine. Please stay in the plane. You don't know what's below you. You may fall in the swamp. You may fall on top of a building. You don't know what's going to happen. So stay in the plane. Complete this flight with us, okay? So the first thing I need you to do is be honest with yourself. You're going to have an honest conversation with ChatGPT. Now, for those of you who are already doing that, congratulations. For those of you who are still working through avatars, it's okay. Grace Miss Brenda said that your hair is beautiful. Y'all, I was so proud of her. Sidebar conversation. I was so proud of Grace. And I'm so happy for her because when she realized what she just did, she gonna be the happiest person on earth. Okay, not earth, earth. Because that waking up and shaking out is a blessing.
Yes, my goodness. That's all. That's all I had to do. It was wonderful.
Wake up, shake out, get on the road. Hey. So that's what we're gonna do this morning, y'all. We're gonna wake up, shake it out. Come on, y'all, shake it out. Shake it out. All right, let's get on the road. I'm still sore from yesterday, Uncle Roman Room. I gotta shake it out because it hurt. It hurt. And you go lie. But I'm grateful for my workouts. I've been following the workout routine that we did yesterday. And I'm on Wednesday, so let me see. Today is just cardio and stretching. God is good. God is so good. Let me tell y'all something. Because those tricep dips, I was like, no.
Yeah, they don't play. Okay. They don't play.
I can't dip it low like I used to. I'm enjoying it. And that's why this morning when I was sitting down, I'm like, okay, so how am I going to organize this conversation this morning so we can have a flow? And I'm like, no, we've talked about everything. There's nothing left to talk about. Now what's left to do is the doing itself. We all know what we suffer with. I can't tell you what you suffer with. You wake up every morning with it, not me. I know what I wake up with every morning. And you know what you wake up with every morning. So what we gonna do is we gonna do our own personal development course for ourselves.
Okay, if I got to be the guinea pig, I will.
Come on, this is Grace. That's why I fools with you. If y'all don't want to do it, Grace got y'all. She said, look, I catch all the blessings. Okay, look, I ain't got time for this no more.
Come on, y'all. What is it? Wednesday? Come on now.
Yeah,
Listen.
today Wednesday. It's okay. They can be quiet.
No, they can't. Okay, unless they want this shut down, they cannot be quiet. Okay, I need y'all to not forget this rule all the time. Okay, he be ear hustling. Okay,
He do be ear hustling. Trust me.
come on, y'all. Come on, wake up.
I got my coffee. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I done put clothes in the laundry. I done made coffee. I done meditated. I didn't stretch this morning. I worked on the class this morning, sent out some stuff this morning. Listened to some music. So let's start there. How do you start your day? Do you wake up and go? Do you wake up and meditate or pray? Do you wake up and you listen to music that gets you going? This morning, my selection of choice was Blessings by Teresa Fonda, Sal Lai, and Noel Neo. I don't know who they are, but Antonio introduced me to the song and it's wonderful. Because blessings on me. Everywhere I go, there will be blessings on me. So that's how I start my day. Blessings on me.
That's great, Deanna. I like seeing that you're up and at 'em and doing things for yourself before the day gets started. And that's what I like about being an early riser, because you get those things done. I've always been an early riser. I got up with my dad every morning by 5 o'clock to have coffee before he'd go off to work. So, I mean, I've always been an early riser. So I was up 4:30 again. Most of the time I don't say how early I get up, but I just wake up. So I do my Bible study and that sort of thing first. Okay. Then I just kind of scan through my emails, social media quickly, take Luigi outside, And I actually do some exercises outside while he's running around. And then I come in and I usually work out. By 7-ish, I'm working out. Between 7 and 8, somewhere in between there. And that's a pattern I've really followed, my whole adult life. I mean, I worked out all through my pregnancies, at a certain level, but I was a statistic in that too, because they weren't doing that back then. But that's what makes me feel good and energized. And then I have all that out of the way and I can focus on everything else.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Miss Susan said a key phrase. That's what makes me feel good. And that's the whole purpose of this. I don't know who I am. I'm struggling with who I am. And it's affecting my work. So because I don't know who I am, I don't know where to begin. So the first thing I want every last one of you to do, no matter how old you are, no matter where you are, Grace. I got a private message from Grace, y'all. She on one this morning. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are in life. Where do you see yourself next year? Let's start there. Let's take it a year at a time. Where do you see yourself next year?
Deanna?
Yes, ma'am.
To put it in perspective, we live in an adult community, 50 plus, with over 100,000 people here. And I don't know how many hundred golf courses all around us. But the whole idea of this place is to enjoy life. They, like in the mornings, there's a walking group that walks.
Nice.
There's a bicycle group that goes. There's pickleball, swimming, all kinds of every aerobic type, yoga, Pilates, everything. There are community centers for each area. You can go to any over the, how big Sumter County is. It's huge. It's so big that it became its own city. The villages became its own city. That's how big this is. But each little area has their own beautiful rec center, and they all are themed. And then we have a town center where there's dancing and bands every single night.
Wow.
And everybody's out dancing and line dancing and just having a ball, doing everything. So they're, rock and roll, they're different themes for every night. And of course, Friday, Saturday night are the big ones, the main stage ones that come in. So if adults retired can do this and have a blast, there's luncheons, they go on cruises, there's just everything. I can't even begin to tell you everything, but that is the way to live your life.
Come on, Miss Susie.
So, and a lot of people still have part-time jobs and other things, and some people are completely retired, and then some people pick up other hobby type jobs too. So, if you think about that and think about where you want to be, when you're my age, that you are still able to do everything that you want to do, it makes sense. It makes good business sense. It makes good professional sense. It makes good personal sense. Every way to start your day and to plan the way you want. And, some people like to exercise at noon. Some people, they go on their lunch break and do it. Some people like the evening, whatever rhythm you have, just fit in all those things so that you don't get burnout and stressed by doing, the work that we're all trying to do here.
Ashe. Ashe and amen. Thank you,
I
Miss
meant to put my
Susan.
camera on, but forgot.
No worries. No worries at all. So let's start there. Where do you want to be a year from now? 365 days. June 7th, 2024. Where do you want to be? And I have learned, I won't say we, I'm not going to speak for y'all. I have learned that this is a holistic journey. When I say holistic, I'm not just talking about, spiritual and herbal. No, 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 no. Your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. This is a holistic journey, because in order for you to get to where you need to be, you have to be 100% all the way around, full circle, holistic. Yesterday, and I'll repeat what I said yesterday that Antonio told me that completely dropped my jaw and made me rethink a lot of things. And that's why I'm doing this with y'all this morning. And we're going to use artificial intelligence, because that's what I use. When I got questions, I go straight to Carlos. Okay, look, Carlos, we need to have a conversation.
Deanna, what you said, all those things, they all work in harmony. It's hard to have one without the other and be in harmony. There's going to be some sort of resistance or stress there because you're out of alignment with those.
Let me tell you something. Miss Susan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, resistance. For the full moon, I lit a black candle. People, what is it called? The stereotype of a black candle is dark magic. No, it's actually not. Black is the absence of light. It also draws in negative energy. And it also helps you release the things that you want to let go of. Well, I wrote a list of things I wanted to release. Mind you, I lit 2 candles. One candle is layered in colors. It is a candle I lit a candle as a gratitude to the African gods like Oshun, Oya, those gods. And I lit the black candle for the release. So I lit for gratitude, and I put things down that I wanted to release in my life as far as abundance, prosperity, happiness, love, money, things like that. Because prosperity and money are 2 different things. Prosperity, money, and abundance, those are all different things. I wrote all of them down. And then I lit the black candle to absorb the negative energies around me and to release some things. And I noticed that the candles burned differently. And I'm saying this to bring a point to what Miss Susan just said on the spiritual aspect of the holistic. The other candle burnt perfectly. But that black candle, that one that I wanted to release some stuff with, I noticed how only one side actually burned right. So I looked it up. And guess what I found out? If I'm trying to release some stuff in my life and the candle that I'm using is not burning evenly, it's because there's some resistance. There's some resistance going on that is not allowing the candle to burn evenly, which means that those things that I'm trying to release, I can't release because there's a blockage there that's causing me to have resistance in the release. Which means I have blockages that's causing me to resist releasing the negative things that I want to release. Me. Well, I woke up this morning. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm grateful for it. There was a whole side of this candle that still had wax on it. I woke up this morning and it was gone. I'm not going to ask what happened. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. But I say that to say, on this journey, you have to release. Like, you have to let go of the resistance. You have to just be like, okay, you know what? Damn it, I'm tired. So we're going to start with a year from now. June 7th, 2024, where do you want to be? And we're going to do every step of this because everything that we've talked about it's all personal. It's our personal growth. It's something, it's us. We can't blame anything else anymore. We are old enough now to understand that our decisions got us to where we are today. So now we need to make a decision to move out of it. And since we can't do it alone, we're going to use artificial intelligence to work through. We have communities that we can talk to. So now we have to do the work. June 7th, 2024. I was about to say 5. Oof, don't rush it too fast.
Watch yourself.
2024, where do you want to be?
Okay. I would like, okay, June
Mhm.
7th.
Make sure you write this down for yourself too, Grace.
Okay, thanks. Okay, because you said a lot of things. Okay. Mentally. Yeah, low self-esteem is gone. That's out of there.
Woo!
Physically, the 20% body fat, I don't know what weight that is, if that's a certain weight or whatever. But yeah, at the 20% body fat. Financially, I'm doing 20,000 a month. Was it another one you said? I'm trying to do the whole thing.
Mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Emotionally. Emotionally. Break the emotional down for me. I do know emotionally stable, yes. But what that what that looks like, just it's happy at all times because I don't have an avatar because I'm not getting offended because I don't have an avatar. You know,
There you go. That'll work. That's
roll off a duck's
emotional.
back. You know.
Spiritually.
Spiritually. I want to be where Jerome and Antonio are. I don't know how to explain that, but I want to be where Jerome and Antonio.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Remember, no one suffers alone, Grace. I know exactly what you mean. I actually had a conversation with Antonio about that. I used to be a member of New Light Christian Center. And I would sit there and I would watch Bishop Hilliard talk. And his faith was so strong in God. And I was like, man, like it was unwavering. I was like, man, that's what I want to be. That unwavering faith, that unwavering, that I don't care. The earth, the oceans could swell, the earth could crack, and I'm still sitting here like, okay, God, show your magnificence. I'm gonna sit right here and watch. Let's do this. So like Antonio.
I think that takes reading in the Word every day. You know, I try to do that first thing to set my mind right. You know, so I don't get upset about something or anything else. Like today's my daughter's birthday, so I waited till, and she's an hour behind, but she hibernates on her birthday. She doesn't want anything on her Facebook page. She don't want to talk to anybody. She just, that's her style, you know, and I have to respect that. But I think that putting that in, otherwise, you know, you get going and, you know, you can get in a bad mood real quick. You know, I mean, we all can, that's human nature. But if you put the good things in and you open the Bible and read some scripture or whatever it is that for you, to center you and to fill you up.
Ashe. Amen.
Thank you so much, Missy.
Love you too, Linsoms. Be safe.
Love you more.
So a year from now, Grace has her goal physically, 20% body fat, mentally, low self-esteem out of there, financially, $20,000 a month. A week popped in my head, Grace, but we're going to keep it at a month. Emotionally, no
I'm not gonna
avatar.
correct you, okay? If you know.
And, and spiritually, like Antonio and Jerome. So a year from now, that's where Grace said she wants to be. So how does this journey look? Where does she need to start? So Grace, you can please pull up Chat GPT. We gonna use 4.
Okay.
Chat GPT 4. And I'm gonna remember this word called brevity that Antonio used. I like that word. I like that word. As Grace like to say, hood it up for me.
That's it. Okay.
I figured I finally understood that's what brevity is, the vocabulary word for hooded up.
I shared the wrong thing. Hold on.
It's okay. That happens. While you're doing that, what I want to share with everyone that Antonio shared with me and why I'm doing this morning is because Antonio shared something with me the other day. We're having a conversation and we were talking about holistic, not holistic health, but holistic living. Now, I used to be one of those people who thought holistic meant how I ate. No, I used to think holistic was just like it was a medical thing. That's how I used to think until I actually dove into it and started understanding the true meaning of holistic. Holistic is another word for integrity. Integrity is another word for living a whole life, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. And I had to look integrity. Integrity is not just about what you do when don't nobody looking. I'm sorry, when ain't nobody looking. Yeah, I used improper grammar on purpose. Integrity is not about what you do when nobody's looking. Integrity is about your whole self and how you do with your whole self when nobody's looking and when people are looking. And we were talking and he was like, your body, because we were talking about weight loss. We were talking about getting healthy. And he was like, your mind can be 100% in alignment with everything you want to do. But if only 20% of your body is in alignment with everything you want to do, the 100% that flows through your mind to your body, you're only going to be able to access 20% of what's in your mind through your body. And my jaw dropped because I was like, so you mean to tell me I can be the most spiritually intelligent, emotionally intelligent empath on the planet and just in it. But if my body is only, if my temple has cracks in it, if my foundation has cracks in it, if I got tables flipped over, if I got cobwebs everywhere, if I got trash strewn around all over the place, what I know emotionally and mentally is going to flow through that trash. So if I want for what I have, if I want for what I know mentally and emotionally to reach the masses, then physically I have to be in the same vibration as my mental and emotional health. Because it's only so much you can teach somebody through trash. There's only so much you can teach somebody. I could sit here all day.
Ma'am.
I'll be trying to keep a straight face, Grace. Would you be?
Liana, you are right on. What you are saying is right on. And when you the mind, body, spirit, when you get all those in alignment, then you can do your greatest works. Then you feel your greatest. I was blessed in my early 20s. Columbus, Ohio is one of the top in the country of having some of the gurus in this. They put on big events there every year, and people flood from all over. And I have been blessed to be a part of some of these big events and hung out with some of these people all over that I'm still in contact with today, that live in different countries and around, that I've learned from, and that I was able to change my health back then, because everything that I had, it was still there. And when I started following all those techniques, I've gone to the full moons, I've done drumming, I've done all those things, started all that way back in my early 20s. And just love it. It's just amazing. And the connections you have with people are lifelong. I can see somebody on Facebook with something, and we can just say a few words and we get it, because we're spiritually bound now together. It's amazing. And diet is just, a small part of it, but it is all connected. You can't do all the other stuff and not have a good diet, because it won't work. And it won't work with just a good diet. Having all those things integrated within, it's a beautiful thing. And then I found that whole community down in Miami. The same thing. We would go to these things, and we'd have, I can't even begin to tell you all the things that we did. And it was really cool to meet other people and different techniques on how to do it. And then everybody brings their holistic food too, which is really fun, because you eat some really cool things that you hadn't thought of before. So it's a great community. Check your area and find out and get involved. You'll enjoy it, and you'll meet some great people.
Thank you, Miss Susan. Thank you very much. I'm gonna give y'all an example, and then we're gonna dig in. You would never train with a fat trainer. That trainer can have all the knowledge in the world. That trainer can be the greatest people person in the world. But because that trainer's physical appearance does not match what you are trying to do, you will shy away from that one, and you will choose the one who is not mentally and emotionally in harmony. You will choose the one that doesn't have good bedside manner. You'll choose the one that's not completely smart with everything, but they know this. You'll choose the one that's more toxic for you before you choose the one that's perfect for you, because of how it looks physically. That's the same for you. People are looking at you the same way. You will never sit next to a spiritual guru who's fluffy, who don't meditate or pray, who talks down to all of his followers or her followers. You never follow that person. And that person could have all of the enlightenment in the world. But you wouldn't follow that one. You would choose the one who's not fluffy, who is kind and everything, but is toxic to the congregation. That's how people view you. It's a holistic journey, and we are going to begin it. So Grace, if you can share your screen for us, please.
And once you start, I don't think you'll want to get off. It's that good.
You won't. The only way you will want to get off, because it is not an easy journey. It's not. God never said life will be easy. He said, if you follow me, you will have joy. And I heard I think Uncle Rummy Rome said it once. He said, yeah, I go through all this kind of stuff, all kind of stuff. But I have peace and joy within it because I follow my Father. I believe in what he told me. When you use your, if I remember correctly, if you use your seventh sense, if you use your sense of humor, your attitude will be different towards life. You will look at the flat tire on your car when you got to be at work in 30 minutes and laugh and be like, you know what? This happened for a reason. Something's going on, either en route to the job or at the job, that I don't need to be a part of. So I'm going to call in like I should, and I'm going to go get my tire fixed. And I'm going to be joyful about this situation because I know that the universe, God, is protecting me from something that I don't need to be a part of. If you stub your toe in the morning and you be like, man, I knew I should have put some bumpers on the end of this bed, instead of, and your whole day screwed up. If you approach life differently, everything will change. And that's something I'm learning. That is something I'm learning.
You're not by yourself on that one, okay? You're not, okay? Because a lot of things could be worse. When something quote unquote bad happens, you got to sit back and be like, okay, normally I would get bad about this, and then it wouldn't go my way. So what else what do I need to do? So yeah, it really stops to make you think. Okay, yeah, they cut me off, but that didn't kill you. That ain't gonna make nothing, nothing tragic. I'm trying to think like that crazy Antonio guy. Maybe they had some they really need to get to. Okay, so yeah, and I don't drive as much like I used to. I still say that much. I still need some work, but you understand, okay?
What I've learned is the journey is not easy because life happens. You cannot control the people around you. You cannot control the environments. You cannot control anything else. I have a saying that I made, and I've never said it to anybody. I wrote it down because it just popped in my head one day. And it starts off with the quote from Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, but you can control how you respond to the taste. You can control how you respond to your life. We think life is happening to us, is happening for us to help us through these things, because there's going to come a point in time along this journey further down that the same thing is going to hit you. And if you don't learn how to control your responses, then it's going to get worse down the line. Trust me. I know. Trust me, I know. Well, Grace, let's dig in. Good morning. I am on my own personal development journey. I have a few things, that I am struggling with. I'm struggling with low self-esteem. I present myself one way. This isn't breaking down the avatar. I present myself one way to the public, because I don't want them to see who I truly am, because I don't like who I truly am. Physically, I want to get down to 20% in body fat. Financially, I want to get to $20,000 a month. On my spiritual path, I want to grow to having unwavering faith in my beliefs. Spiritual, okay. I want to create a 365-day plan for myself to reach a holistic life. I need your help. I would like for you to use as many prompts as you need to. And I want you to break down the following for me. I want a plan for my mental health. I would like a plan for my spiritual health. I would like a plan for my emotional health. I would like a plan for my financial health. And then, so we got, hold on, let me make sure I called these out right. Financial health, mental, spiritual, emotional, financial, and physical. There we go. I had to count them, Grace.
No worries.
All right. Please feel free to use brevity for ease, but make sure I can follow your brevity. Congress, there's something else in there. I'm missing something. I feel it.
Okay.
Scroll up for me. Okay, scroll back down. Please include books I can read, mentors I can follow, and artificial intelligence I can use on my 365-day journey. Feel free to break this up into phases. All right, Grace, let's go test the waters. Hit enter. Look at that.
Really glad to hear that you're committed to a holistic approach to personal development. Okay. Adapt this plan to best suit your needs. Mental health. Okay, phase 1, self-acceptance, months 1 through 3. Give me a book,
Look
a
at that.
mentor, and AI. Radical Acceptance by Tara Brock, The Mentor, Brene Brown, and AI Mood Fit or Mood Mission. AI apps provide cognitive behavioral tools for mood management. Phase 2 is Building Self-Esteem, months 4 through 6. The book is 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem by Nathaniel Brandon. The mentor is Louise Hay, author and speaker known for her teachings on self-love and esteem. And the AI is Wobot, what you talked about yesterday, an AI chatbot that uses cognitive behavioral therapy methods to help manage mental health. All right. Spiritual health is in 2 phases as well. The first phase, discovering your beliefs. I'm reading for the people who are just going to be hearing.
Thank you.
Discovering your beliefs, months 1 through 3. The book is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The mentor is Deepak Chopra, a renowned spiritual teacher known for his works on mindfulness and spirituality. And the artificial intelligence is Insight Timer, a meditation app with numerous guided meditations and courses.
Real quick, Grace, side note, Antonio is on Insight Timer. So if y'all want to go on Insight Timer, you can look up his meditations on there. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Phase 2 is Deepening Faith, months 4 through 6. The book, Faith, Trusting Your Own Deepest Experience by Sharon Salzberg. The mentor is Marianne Williamson, Mr. Phil, Miss Susan, spiritual leader and author known for her lectures on A Course in Miracles. And the AI is Headspace, a meditation and sleep app designed to reduce stress and promote mindfulness. The third one, Emotional Health, is in 2 phases. First phase is Emotional Awareness, months 1 through 3. The book Emotional Intelligence 2.0 by Travis Bradbury and Jean Greaves. Mentor is Dr. Mark Brackett, director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence. And the AI is Youper, an AI therapy app that helps you understand and manage your emotions. Phase 2, Emotional Resilience, months 4 through 6. The book is Option B, Facing Adversity, Building Resilience and Finding Joy by Sheryl Sandberg and Adam Grant. Mentor is Brene Brown, and her work on vulnerability and resilience can be beneficial in this phase. And then AI is Replica, an AI friend that you can talk to about your feelings and thoughts. We talked about that too. And the last one, Financial Health, 2 phases. First phase, Building Financial Literacy, months 1 through 3. The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The mentor is Ramit Sethi, I hope I said that name correctly, author and speaker on personal finance and entrepreneurship. And the AI is Mint, an AI budgeting app to help track and manage your finances. Antonio has taught us that for years. Phase 2, Financial Growth, months 4 through 6. The book The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason, book that Antonio told us about for years. Mentor Tony Robbins, who despite not being a financial advisor, has done a lot of work around the psychology of wealth and written books about financial success. And the AI is Personal Capital, a wealth management app that helps track and optimize your investments.
Okay. Continue generating.
Okay. Now, physical health. Phase 1, Establishing a Healthy Routine, months 1 through 3. The book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. The mentor is Jillian Michaels, a fitness expert known for her holistic approach to health and wellness. AI is MyFitnessPal, what we talked about yesterday, the mobile app that tracks your diet, exercise, and progress towards your fitness goals. Phase 2, Optimizing Physical Health, months 4 through 6. The book is The Planet Paradox by Dr. Stephen Gundry, or The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. The mentor is Dr. Mark Hyman, a physician and New York Times bestselling author known for his work in the field of functional medicine. And the AI is Fitbod, an AI workout planner that tailors workouts to your equipment, capabilities, and goals.
All right. Now, this is 6 months, but we want a little more. So Grace, go back up to the very top one. The first section, mental health. Let's start there. So highlight all of the mental health.
Okay.
You may have to do the shift the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it.
Yeah. Oh, I did command. That's why. Okay, there we go. Well, you did it again. I don't know. Well, I'll start here and then just type mental health because it's not.
That'll work.
Okay.
All right.
So put it here.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Okay, get some space at the top. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much. This only gives me 6 months of work. Can you give me all 4 phases to cover 365 days? Again, feel free to use brevity for ease, but make sure I can follow your brevity. Below are the first 2 phases. Please give me phases 3 and 4. Now hit enter.
thinking. Yep. Here are phases 3 and 4. Mental health, phase 3, building resilience, months 7 through 9. The book is Resilient: How to Grow an Unshakable Core of Calm, Strength, and Happiness by Rick Hansen. The mentor is Angela Duckworth, psychologist and author known for her work on grit and perseverance. And the AI is San Velo, an app that provides techniques to manage stress and symptoms of anxiety and depression. And then phase 4 is Mastering Mindfulness, months 10 through 12. The book, Wherever You Go, There You Are, my God, by John Kabat-Zinn. The mentor is Sharon Salzberg, a meditation teacher who has been influential in bringing mindfulness and loving kindness practices to the West. And the AI is Calm, a popular meditation and sleep app. I've seen Calm on commercials. Okay, so they're going down from spiritual health and going all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ooh,
All
The Untethered Soul.
Untethered
That's
Soul.
one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
So as you see, now you have a quarterly plan. You have the book to read for the quarter, the mentor to follow for the quarter, and the app to use.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so very, yes, ma'am, Ms. Janice. We will put the prompts in the chat.
Yes, ma'am.
We're not through yet. We're not through yet. Because while we have the foundation of the plan, there's still a day-to-day process. Grace, do you know what to study or how to read every day? Like how many chapters you should read a day or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Because see, there's going to be someone who's going to be like, okay, this is awesome. But when I get this book, how many chapters do I read a day? Where should I start when it comes to listening to Dave Ramsey? Uh-oh. Did we get you, Carlos? Are you thinking?
Think I need to stop sharing or?
Yeah, stop sharing.
Okay.
So who is enjoying what you're seeing so far? All right, we got Miss Janice's finger. Miss Janice straight up like, hey, right here. Right here. See, I paid attention to how Antonio prompts ChatGPT. See, if you would have came to me earlier this year, that prompt would have been like 2 lines. 2 lines. That's it. 2 lines. But I've paid attention to how Antonio has been prompting ChatGPT. So to get what I want, I use his prompts, how he taught me how to prompt on top. And then I like I said, you got to be honest. You can't lie to yourself. I procrastinate and I don't like working out. I have worked out for 2 days straight. Oh, and then yesterday This, I mean, I gotta show y'all this because this right here. Y'all see this right here? Now it's 9 o'clock now. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock now. So I'm an hour behind. But I drank this whole thing yesterday. This is 8 glasses of water. This is 64 ounces. And when I tell y'all it's been a struggle, I used to drink it. I've drunken the whole bottle maybe twice since I've had this. Yesterday and then one time a little while ago. My plan is to drink a jug a day. You know how people carry around the gallon jugs? Now this is what I carry around. And then I noticed I can't drink it. I can't drink it like I want to when it's ice cold, but I can chug it when it's room temperature. Ooh, that room temperature is on point. Come on, Miss Janice. That room temperature is on point. Carlos, did Carlos catch up with us yet, right? Carlos still thinking.
No, he did.
Okay, you can go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, so you did the mental health, phases 3 and 4. Did you want me to read everything or tell me what
No. You don't have to
Okay.
read it because we know what it's like. We just know that these are okay.
Did the spiritual health,
There's the emotional,
emotional,
there's the financial, and there's the physical.
no.
The first 20 minutes, surprising science reveals how we can exercise better, train smarter, and live longer. Okay, Gretchen. Bigger, leaner, stronger, or thinner, leaner, stronger. I feel them though, because some people want to bulk up, some people want to thin out.
Right. The bigger, leaner, stronger, it says by Michael Matthews for men, and then thinner, leaner, stronger by Michael Matthews for women.
For women.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go back to Carlos.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
We're not finished yet.
My bad.
I am so grateful for your guidance. You have steered me in a great direction. Now, can you break down my phases to a daily to-do list? Actually, no. Don't do to-do. Hold on, give me a second, Grace.
Mm-hmm.
To a daily schedule that consists of journal prompts, and meditations. Actually, no, erase meditations and put affirmations that I can use so that I can stay on path. Then put the brevity line in there. You can copy and paste it from the top because it's going to be the same. And then copy and paste all of the phases.
Oh,
So start from the top.
it's not gonna be too long.
Mm-mm. Right there. There we go.
Oh, it does that. Anyway. All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah. At the end of goals.
Okay. There, and then here we go. Page 30. This. Copy. Okay.
Okay, then underneath that, wait, don't hit enter yet. Give me some. Please use as many. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Grace. I want to make sure.
Mhm.
Please use as many. What's the word I'm looking for? Give me 1 second, Grace. I'm gonna let you know.
Mhm. She's looking. She's
Please split please split your answers
Oh,
into.
hold on. Take the use as many out.
No, I got you. I'm gonna make it easy on you.
Please put your answers
Check it.
in.
Check your lineup. Use that whole sentence right there.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, let's hit enter. Let's see what it gives us.
Okay. All right.
Look at that.
Break it down to a daily schedule with journal prompts and affirmations. Mental health. Phase 1 is self-acceptance, the daily schedule. Morning, read chapter 1 of Radical Acceptance. Afternoon, listen to one Brene Brown talk or podcast. And in the evening, use the Mood Fit or Mood Mission app. And for the journal prompts, it's 3 questions. How does my inner critic show up today? How can I show it compassion? Question number 2, what aspects of myself am I having trouble accepting and why? And number 3, what acts of self-care did I practice today?
Well, the first question. Oh,
Last. Affirmations. I accept myself unconditionally. I am enough just as I am, and I am worthy of love, compassion, and empathy. My goodness. And then they give, for phase 2, they give you daily schedule, journal prompts, and affirmation. And then it goes spiritual health. I'm blessed.
Oh, hold on. Read them spiritual health questions.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Journal prompts. What spiritual beliefs resonate with me? How do I feel during and after meditation? How can I incorporate mindfulness into my daily life? Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And then those affirmations.
Right.
I am open to experiencing the present moment. This one right here. I trust the journey of my spiritual growth. Now, mind you guys, she's going to do this right here every day. So she's going to be saying, she's going to be doing the same journal prompts and the same affirmations for 3 months. So after 3 months, each one of those journal prompts are going to be different. Each one of those affirmations, they're gonna sink in, and she's gonna start feeling something, and she's gonna be like, you know what? I am connected to a greater universal energy. Keep going, Des.
Oh my God. How did I trust in my spiritual journey today? Oh, okay. How can I further deepen my faith? And how does my spirituality influence my daily actions? Oh my gosh.
Look, did you trust your spiritual faith today?
Okay.
Just wait, scroll up. Okay, so that's spiritual. That's phase 2. Okay, to ask Carlos to scroll up all the way to the top when Carlos started.
Mental.
Okay, that's mental health. Months 1 through 3, months 4 through 6. Okay, so ask.
Go ahead.
So ask Carlos to continue with the mental and the spiritual for phases 3 and 4, and then give you the financial, the mental, spiritual, the financial, the physical, and the emotional. And use as many prompts, and then put the brevity line in there.
What?
Please continue with the mental and spiritual health for phases 3 and 4. And then put the brevity line in there.
Hold on. Ah, here we go. And then was it the ones was it this
And
one?
then copy.
This one?
Yes.
Please put your answers. Okay.
And then copy and paste the mental and the spiritual down here. Yeah.
Oh, it says I will continue with the remaining phases. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. Say please continue
with the remaining phases.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Grace.
We both not reading. It's all
I
right.
missed that whole line.
I did too. There we go.
There we go. And then what you'll do, Grace, is you'll go back and ask it to give you phases 3 and 4.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, Grace, you can stop sharing your screen.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome.
I'm gonna put all the prompts in, Miss Janet. Miss Janice.
All right. So now let's have a conversation. We're going to use the next 15 to 30 minutes to have a conversation. So what do you all think about this? What are your thoughts? Your emotions? What's going through your mind?
It looks good on paper.
All right. And Uncle Romy Roll, that's the purpose of that daily. Because, this looks great on paper. How am I supposed to do this every day? What does this look like on a daily basis? And the other thing is, that's not on artificial intelligence, is you need to find an accountability partner. Someone who's going through the same journey, or just a friend that can say, did you do your prompts today? Girl, what's your affirmations? I'll do your affirmations with you. Let's do it. Because I can use all the help I need. So Grace, go ahead and send me your affirmations. I got you, fool. Go ahead and send me your affirmations. We're going to do these affirmations together. See, I'm not lying to myself, okay? Send me them journal prompts too. We're going to do these together. Because I'm not lying to myself, because I understand them same journal prompts that Grace got. They gonna make me sit here. They're going to make me, first off, I'm going to cuss the question.
Listen. Okay.
That's the first thing I'm doing. Because that first question that Grace read, I was like, this mother, what the? Don't ask me a question like that. And then it's going to make me think. And then it's going to make me do that internal process. And then it's going to make me say, okay, how do you really feel, Deanna? What do you really think? Because I'm going to start breaking down my avatar, because I'm tired. Have y'all ever, you're so used, now, when I say avatar, I mean those masks that you put on. You have a mask for a different environment or a mask for a different person. And the energy that you put out just to uphold those masks, by the end of the day, you're drained. When I tell you I'm tired of being tired. So me and Grace, we're going to do these journal prompts together. I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock. I'm going to do my meditation, and then I'm going to do my journal prompts. And then I'm going to do my framework. Find you an accountability partner. It's like Uncle Romy Rome said, this looks good on paper. This looks beautiful. And Grace, if you send it all to me, I'll put it in a Word document for you that's easy for you to follow. Like the workout that I sent you, that 3-month thing, something like that. I'll put it in a document like that for you so you can follow it.
Thank you so much.
Because trust me, it's going to be hard trying to go through all that and be like, okay, what do I do today? Okay.
Deanna,
Yes, ma'am.
I think anything to do with health, nutrition, exercise, meditation, I think there's probably more resistance to that than anything else because it's personal, because
Come on, Miss
you know
Susan.
you have to dig deep within to want to do it, or you have to have a major crisis in your life, or major health scare, and by then you're doing damage control.
Mm.
When you do that, so really think about that. Think about why you're resisting and
Come on,
who
Miss
are
Susan.
you resisting.
Come on, Miss
Not
Susan.
resisting Deanna or me or whoever else would be sharing this with you. I mean, I've been helping people with this for 40 years. And a lot of times it'll come down to them coming to me, you know, leading by example in whatever it is you're doing is a great way, or seeing the way you eat. I mean, I got everybody at the Les Brown Institute on this, you know, because they'd see me and then they'd come and, you know, we'd, you know, share lunch together and things like that every day. So, you know, I remember that, and people come, and of course the people there were more motivated because of who they were. And I can challenge you that so are you. You know,
Come on.
yeah, there are people out there that don't have all the other tools that we have, that, you know, being part of this group that we get to experience every day. So it'll improve your life. You'll never look back, and you'll never feel like you're missing out on anything. In fact, you've got a leg up on that. You're not missing out on anything. You've got it. And you know, it takes time, but trust me, you will not crave any of those things ever again. And you'll feel better, mentally, physically, your relationships, your work, and it's all here in front of us. It's always been here. You know, like Dorothy clicking her feet together in The Wizard of Oz. It's always been right here. God created it. You know, people were healthier. Even I was talking about how in the 30s and 40s, before penicillin, people just ate their own food, you know, that they grew. So they, you know, the things that penicillin couldn't help, people died from because they didn't have anything for those things. So if you got that, it was a death sentence, but they were healthy otherwise. But those things are out of control. Now we have all those things in control and in place, but you know, we've spoiled ourselves by all the processed foods and refrigeration and all the things that came about that have caused us. And trust me, the companies that produce all that stuff, they know it's bad for you. They don't care. They just want to make money.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Susan, and thank you, Uncle Rummy Ron.
It's my
Who else?
passion. I can't help but say something.
No, I'm grateful. Thank you. Who else? I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this. And if you notice, again, you can't do this and be lying to yourself. You can't lie to yourself while you go through this process. Grace didn't lie to herself, and look what she got. She got questions that make you want to cuss the question out. Because I'm still on that first question.
But don't feel bad about it. You know, don't put
Yeah.
pressure on yourself. Just don't put any pressure on yourself. You're going to mess up. Just realize that. but realize that you're doing better every
Mhm.
day. A little bit, a little bit, a little bit, and just don't put any pressure on yourself. You'll
Amen.
get
I
further
should.
along. You won't completely quit. Some people put the pressure on and then they stop completely. But if you just, go along, get a little better, being a part of this group will help.
There you go. Now,
And if I can help you at any time, I will encourage you.
if y'all text Miss Susan McCullough, trust me, she'll have an encouraging word for you.
Oh,
She'll,
yes,
she'll
she
walk
will.
you through it.
Yes,
She
she
will
will.
walk you through it. Now, for those of you who are like, you know what, I don't know how this applies to me, so I'm just going to be here just to take notes. I got you. You're going to attract those same customers to you. The ones that say, this don't apply to me, so I'm just going to sit here, which means they're not going to talk about you. They're not going to share your information with anybody else. They're not going to refer anybody. They're just going to sit there and be like, yeah. But do the process yourself. And then how can this help you business-wise? If you are a motivational speaker, if you are an inspirational speaker, if you do anything that motivates people, guess what you just did? You just came up with a journal. You just came up with a course you can teach them. You just came up with a personalized personal development course, personal development structure that you charge. Hold on. My earbuds just died. Can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, my earbuds died on. You can use this and you can sell as a service to your customers. You can use this and you can sell to your customers a personalized personal development, a 365-day personal development journey for them. That includes their mental, physical, spiritual, financial, and emotional health. So if you're questioning, well, what does this have to do with me? First off, you need to do it. Secondly, you can use this as a product to sell to your customers. Two birds with one stone. Your personal journey. And what's the best way to sell a product? Do it yourself. When I worked for a massage therapy clinic, my therapist loved when I had a new customer. My therapist loved it when I came across a prospect, as we would call it, because we had about like 20 therapists and I'd experienced 10 of them, because I made it a point, because as an employee, you get one free massage a month, and then I would go back and get another one. And I would use a different therapist each time, because I wanted to experience them. So when I'm talking to somebody and they say, well, you know what, I I just want a relaxing massage. Oh, okay. Then I know the perfect therapist for you. We have Terry, who does wonderful relaxation massages. And then we have Julie, who also does wonderful relaxation massages. Julie can do soft to medium pressure, and Terry can do medium to firm pressure. What type of pressure are you looking for? And then by that, I can recommend. So my therapist loved me. When I had a new prospect, oh, they was like, I got who they would always ask us whose lead is, like, whose prospect is this? They would always ask us that. And based on who said it's mine, that therapist was either happy or frustrated. Because they either knew that they had a recurring customer, or they don't have or it was just a one-time thing. Because if you can sell the therapist and the services, then you can sell the membership.
Deanna, massage is so important as part of this process, all those sort of things. So important. And for the relaxation, even at night, taking a bath in Epsom salts, releases all those toxins that are in your body. I mean, releasing the toxins is through mind, body, spirit, and nutrition, and then fasting some to get rid of some of those, longer period of time in between food, is because it won't get rid of them all. I just read a whole thing on that early this morning. I'm always studying and learning and fascinated, and I'm in some real high level groups that I've been with for a long time. But I had a car accident in 2000, I don't remember, 4 or something like that. And I think I've shared it before. And it was, was exercising really, really, really fit, everything, muscles, that everyone wanted my muscles, all that. And you never know what's going to come along in life. So the better health you have, the better mind, body, spirit you have going, you're going to work through it a lot better. I mean, they had me going to the traditional doctors for the little physical therapy thing. It didn't do anything. And I also had brain trauma. I couldn't even remember anybody's names or, my friends or anything like that. So I went to the post office, and next to it was a chiropractic. And I was in such pain, I walked in, and they are like our dearest friends now. This guy happens to be one of the top in the country, travels all over and lectures at the big events. And they just embraced me. They took me in and helped heal me. Then from there, I learned about cranial sacral massage, which is outstanding. I went to some special gal for that I've said before. I can't even, if I see her, I can't even look at her without breaking down crying, because she healed a lot of the pain that, I'm still dealing with right now, today, every day, the rest of my life. I have this. But she released the agony that I was in. And I mean, I had out of body experience. My body was off the table. That's how deep it was. I did Rolfing. There were a lot of things. And that's when I really got deep into the community. A lady who took at Ohio State, she took the women's synchronized swim team and turned them into Olympic. They won gold medal. And she did all holistic things that now, this was years and years ago. And now that is the model that Ohio State University uses today. The Cleveland Clinic, my guru, the Cleveland Clinic, that's one of the biggest hospitals, well known in the country. Before a patient leaves, they now have a holistic build a whole wing of the hospital. Before a patient leaves, that's their last checkout. They go over there to learn about nutrition, health, exercise, all mind, body, spirit. And so it is out there. Once you get into this, your antennas will go up and you'll see things in your community. You go to Whole Foods, and when you walk in the door, they have that stand with the little magazines with all the different things. I got those, whether it's every month or week. I can't remember when they came out when I moved to Florida, because, my community that I had in Columbus. So I found those communities. They're everywhere. You just aren't aware.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Susan. And incorporate massage, and if you can, incorporate that, because massage will do so much for you.
I can't even begin to explain to you. I'm so passionate about it because I understand. I understand. Like, after, there was a gentleman that used to come into the clinic. He was in he was about in his 70s, and he suffered with arthritis. And he used to go see one of our therapists who, when I said deep tissue, like, he was deep tissue. And he would come in, every time he would come in, he'd be a little hunched over when he walk in. He walk in with a little slow pace. And nobody understood how he could handle this therapist deep tissue, but he always got deep tissue. But every time he walked out, his back was a little straighter and his pace was a little faster. And his wife used to see the same person all the time as well for medium tissue massage. And same thing. The same lady that his wife used to go to, I sent my mom to, because my mom has progressive arthritis in her lower back and her spine is slightly curved. So she can't take a lot of pressure. When the therapist came out, she came to me, she said, I think your mom is asleep. I'm gonna let her rest a little bit, because she didn't have anyone after. It was her lunch break. So she said, I'm gonna let her rest a little bit and then I'll go wake her up. And my mom woke up and my mom was like, it's over? I was like, yeah, Mom. Like, it's over. But the only reason I knew to refer that particular therapist to my mom was because I experienced her myself. So before you knock what we just did, try it for yourself. Do it for yourself. And then you can charge other people to do it for them or teach them how to do it. So not only do you grow within yourself, but you can financially benefit from your own personal growth. So who else would like to comment or give your expressions or ask questions about what we just did? The floor is open. Come on, y'all. Let's talk about it. Anyone?
I mean,
I
this is.
think that,
Oh, go ahead, Vasant.
my bad.
Go ahead,
First of all,
Vasant.
your hair looks gorgeous. I'm,
Well, great.
I'm at the JLB, but I'm in, I'm in one of my spots. But um, one of the things that I love about what's being done is that it opens a door for what really needs to be done. And that is to gain a personal relationship with self, because that's what is missing. Because if you do not know self, there is no spiritual growth. There is no real relationship with anyone else. So in order to even get that in order, there has to be a reckoning with oneself. And which is one of the reasons why so many people turn away, start and stop and all of that, because it's difficult to actually see who you really are without all of the camouflage and without all of the big ties and the hair and the nails and anything else that people put in the way of things. When you become actually there and you actually see who you are, not on the outside, but on the inside, because that's what really happening. What is happening, because it's just like what is always used, and that is the example of pulling back all the layers on an onion. You wouldn't think that the layers are so thin, but they are. That first and second and third peeling is so very thin. However, once it is removed and you get to the core, it's one of the sweetest parts and it has the most powerful taste that is needed. So that's one of the things that happen, and it helps one to understand that you can actually fall in love with oneself, which is what I was talking about earlier today. And that is determining who is really on God's side, regardless of whether people want to believe that or not, because there's only one true creator. It draws you in and pulls you into knowing the love that you're supposed to have and how you can control your entire being by that. There's a scripture that talks about if you know how to harness and or bridle your tongue, then you can control your whole body. But what y'all are doing is helping someone to do that. So I think it's really, really interesting. But what I would like to see is that there be a added bonus of that, what added to that, and that is going piece by piece, body, what do you call that? Body
Body-
parts,
Mhm.
body members, step by step, because each body part means something else, and each body part ushers us into a specific spiritual area. Does does that make sense? Am I saying it where?
No, it does.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you just how on it you are. There is a spiritual aspect of our lives called Kundalini. It is an energy that is released into your body. It is the alignment of you, your spirit, and your source with God, or and with the God that we worship and the God within us. And throughout, the Kundalini is also associated with the chakras. Well, the thing is, when you have blockages and the Kundalini flows through your body, depending on where you blocked, it will affect a certain part of your body. I'm just using an example. So let's say
Right.
let's say your throat chakra is blocked. Well, if the Kundalini is flowing through and it hits that blockage, that energy is just going to disperse everywhere. So you may end up having a chest pain, or you may end up having numbness in your arms, or you may end up having sore throat, and you're like, where did this stuff come from? I don't know. And if you are not properly aligned, and you're not blocked, it'll flow through you clearly. But if you are not properly aligned and you're blocked, it can mess with you, not only mentally, but physically too. So Miss Andrea, you are so on point. It's not even funny, but we don't know these things because we don't study these things, or we don't understand these things. So I understand you 100%, Miss Andrea, what you saying.
Yeah, it's really, really important. And it goes so deep till it breaks down what is really meant by Adam. Molecular, I can't say the word.
Molecular.
Molecular structure.
You got this. Come on.
When that happens, it is something that is proportionate to actually a simple and single atom, which is why Adam was created. It's not the outside that matters. It is the inside, and how those atoms are supposed to be worked through what God has put in us, and that is the power. It's like that, what you call it, the puppeteer. Anything that we have to do, or have to maintain, or have to get to, then we can do it. And if God doesn't allow us to do it, then He puts something in place for us to work through that in order to get to the next there's no way to get there,
Mhm.
which is part of truly, truly being able to understand what love is and what it aids us to do and how it opens up, because that's why God is always telling us that He is love. So, in order to get to know how to operate in love, you have to actually know what love is. And to actually know what love is, you have to start that relationship with self and then get to the rest of that, because then it will open up that door. You know, He says for us to draw close to Him, and then He will draw close to us. It actually says so that He can draw close to us. And that is because we have to line up each atom according to what God says we have to do. And I think that's so amazing. When I had my chiropractor, like you were saying, Susan, the difference that they make um, is astounding. My chiropractor gave me a whole chart of what each line or system comes from my spine.
Mm.
And he said, as long as your spine is taken care of, then you can find out what else is in balance. And I never knew that there was a, like I was talking about yesterday, that um, machine that weighs
Mhm.
just your spine, because a lot of the things that are happening are stemming from the spine. And once you find out what's happening there, you can start working on repairing it. Just saying, Sandra, look, you just talking.
No, Miss Sandra, you're on it. To take it even further, when it comes to herbs, there is a story about how it developed. Okay. Okay, wait on, mommy will check right after. Okay, I'm almost sure. There's a story about how herbs came to be. There was this, I'm paraphrasing, but basically there was this guy who he was great with everything, and he was godlike, and he had a sister, and something happened and he got killed. And when his sister went to find him, he was laying on the ground, but she had noticed that there was a different herb growing out of each part of his body. So his head, there was a certain herb growing where his head was. So that's when she understood, okay, so if there was anyone who was dealing with a headache or sinuses or allergies or anything like that, I understand that these herbs will help heal this area. So what Miss Sandra's saying about how it affects you on a molecular level, there are mythical stories, or there is a origin story. That's what I'm trying to say. An origin story of where things begin. So what is your origin story? Where are you going to begin? So if you're questioning what we just did today, your resistance level is high, or you just don't want to face who you are. You're not ready for this journey. You're not ready for whatever's about to come, or you're just not ready to do the work. And that's okay. Like, that's okay. Nobody's knocking you. Take your time. Take your time. But at least now you know how to get the journey started.
And can I say this too?
Go
It's
ahead.
interesting how your your body and knowing about the herbs and spices, because they come into play too,
Mhm.
have so much to do with our structure and what some people are allergic to, others are not. So
Mhm.
even in small amounts, we could be poisoning ourselves because we don't know what is best for our bodies, both herb wise and spice wise, which is why you included in the book. Just say it, Deanna. Just say it, just say it. Something like you just say it.
Thank you, Miss Sandra. Thank you very much. All right. Well, if no one has any other comments, questions, I mean, ask your questions. I just wanted to help because I understood after we've gone through everything that we've gone through with this particular subject. I sat down today and I was this morning, like I said, this morning, I was looking at everything and I said, okay, so the last few things we've already talked about. So what's the next best move? Put it all
Donna,
together. Yes, ma'am.
in regard to what Sandra said, getting an allergy test to see what you're allergic to,
Oh yeah.
and whether it's foods or molds or fumes, or there's all kinds of things you can be allergic to in regard to herbs or other medicines, and it can help you find out where you are. You may not even know you're allergic to certain things.
Right.
After the trauma that I had to my whole body, since I already had autoimmune disease, then I started developing allergies when we moved down here that I never had. So you just don't know, what your allergies are. People just think it's in the summertime to grass or flowers. And if you're allergic to grass and flowers, then some of the herbs might bother you.
Mhm.
So that's what she was talking about. So before you dig too deep into that, you might want to get that done.
Yes, please. Please do. Don't ever do anything drastic when it comes to your health without consulting a doctor. Because the doctor can, and I mentioned this before, the doctor can have you on certain medications. Well, there are some herbs that will counteract those medications. And it's like you've never
Absolutely.
been taking them. So you have to be careful.
Definitely. If you're taking medications, for sure, you have to check with your doctor. And, medical doctors kind of want to resist a lot of it. And they won't even talk to you about it. So make sure you approach them in a way that understanding where they're coming from.
And also there are degreed naturopathic doctors. Now, they may not, depending on what state you are in, they may not be able to write you a prescription for anything. They may not be able to diagnose you, but they can suggest to you what this and this and that is. And because they, mind you, they do have MD behind their name. So they are board certified, doctorate level, they are doctors. So if you go to a naturopathic doctor, they'll be able to help you with, okay, so these are the medicines I'm currently taking right here. What can I do to replace these with something natural? Or what should I not take? What herb should I not, what tea should I not drink? What herb should I not take? What herbal supplements should I not take? Because they counteract. There are board certified naturopathic doctors that can help you with that. It just depending on what state you are in, depends on how that doctor can treat you. That's what I'll say. Not if they can write prescription, it's how that doctor can treat you. Like if you go to Arizona, they have naturopathic clinics out there. But here, like in Texas, because there is no licensed doctors in naturopathic medicine here. They do study here. They just study under other types of doctors, or they have different types of clinics that you can go in where they can make suggestions and do this, but they are out there and you can find them. So,
And a lot of medical doctors just got burnt out with that whole scene and are also now naturopathic doctors. I know my mom was. So when I was in with him, I was teaching him more stuff. We'd start talking about, get done with my mom and what he was doing with her. And then we would start talking about it. And a lot of medical doctors now are both. They've left the practice and are going over to naturopathic ways as well. So, but you always want to run anything by, there's science is still science, and there's times where you really truly need If it's, too late, you already got this. And you might have to have surgeries and all those things. So you really do need to go. And believe me, I know the top in both fields. So
Thank you so much, Miss Susan, for sharing all of your wisdom today. Thank you very much. Thank
well, I try not to do too much because it's my passion. I can get too into it.
Yes, ma'am. I do understand. I do understand. Thank you, Uncle Romy Rome, for participating today. Thank you, Miss Janice. You participated. See you all in the chat. Thank you all so much for showing up. Grace, can you let us know what's on the agenda for today?
Well,
Thank you, Miss Sandra, as well. Thank you, Miss Sandra, too. I'm sorry, Grace. Go ahead.
no worries. I will check with Prophet Jay and Coach Renee to see if there's paint 2020 today. I know since they moved, they're looking for a gym. So I'll check with them. If we are having paint 2020, it'll be at 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And that is all for today.
Thank you all so much for joining us. You can plant better. You can dominate. I do want to challenge all of you, though. Go and watch the replay from yesterday and get your fitness and nutrition plan, and then go through what we did today and get your personalized personal development plan. I would love to challenge all of you to do that. So I'm looking forward to hearing about what you all have come up with. We love you all so much. Love you. Have a good one.
Love you more.